Good morning to all of you. Now we are in the topic of the making of nationalism in Europe. Till mid 18th century, there was no concept of national state in Europe. Society and politics was dominated by aristocracy. Especially during that period, in the Europe, no nation states. Germany, Italy, and Switzerland were divided into kingdoms, duchies, and cantons, whose rulers had their autonomous territories. Here, mainly in the entire Europe, society and politics was dominated by aristocracy, which means a landed aristocracy was the dominant class in the continent. The members of this class were united by a common way of life. They owned estates in countryside and also town houses. They spoke French for the purpose of diplomacy and in high societies. The majority of the population was made up of the peasantry. Here to the west, the land was formed by the tenants and small owners, while in the eastern and central Europe by vast estates which were cultivated by the serfs. Emergence of working and middle class during the industrialization in the 19th century. Especially educated liberal middle classes popularized abolition of aristocratic privileges. The next one, liberal nationalism. The meaning of liberalism derived from a Latin word liber, which means free. For the middle class, liberalism stood for freedom for the individual and equality of all before the law, especially in the political sphere and in the economic sphere. What is the meaning of liberalism? Mainly end of aristocracy, adoption of constitution, abolition of property rights, equality before law, representative government through parliament. This is in the political sphere. Next, in economic sphere, the meaning of liberal nationalism is freedom for market, removal of state imposed restrictions on movement of goods and capital, which leads to a formation of customs union by name Jalvarin in 1834. The union abolished tariff barriers and reduced the number of currencies from over 30 to 2. Before that, there were 30 currencies were there. Later, it was reduced to 2. New conservatism after 1815. After the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte, all European governments were driven by a spirit of conservatism. Mainly, Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria draw the Treaty of Vienna in 1815. Here, Napoleon Bonaparte, he strengthened the modernization. Mainly, the Napoleon's modernization strengthened the traditional institutions like the monarchy. It could make state power more effective and strong. Here, the main motive under the Treaty of Vienna Congress was to undo the changes initiated by Napoleon and to restore the monarchy. These are the major changes were brought under the Treaty of Vienna in 1815. The first one, restoration of Bourbon dynasty. It was dethroned during the French Revolution. After Treaty of Vienna, again it brought back in the France. Territories acquired by the Napoleon taken back. Prevented French expansion in future. Austria to control northern Italy. No change in German Confederation of 39 states. Russia to get the Poland. And Prussia has given the territories on its western border include Saxony. Here in this map you can identify the different areas which were controlled by Austria, Russia, Prussia, all those. Here you can identify the boundary of German Confederation also. The revolutionaries. Establishment of secret societies to spread the ideas of nationalism and oppose conservatism. Mainly, Mazzini viewed nation states to be necessary and opposed monarchy. Inspired other secret societies in Germany, France, Switzerland and Poland. Joseph Mazzini joined one such society, Carbonari. It was a secret society. Later, he established two more secret societies by name Young Italy in Marseille and then Young Europe in Bern in Switzerland. Conservatives are frightened by this move, which means establishment of the secret societies. Thank you very much.